Are you ready for a creature adventure back in time? Way, way back, long before people existed, the world was a wild and amazing place. It was the age of dinosaurs. Huge dinosaurs like the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex stomped on the ground. Long-necked Brachiosaurus munched on tall trees. But what about the sky? Who ruled the ancient skies? It wasn't birds, it wasn't bats. It was a group of incredible flying creatures called pterosaurs. They were the first animals with backbones to ever fly, soaring on giant wings and exploring a world we can only imagine. Imagine looking up and seeing these fantastic flyers gliding over your head. These amazing animals lived all over the world. Their fossils have been found on every single continent, even cold Antarctica. This tells us that pterosaurs were super successful and could live in all sorts of different places. Some lived near oceans, catching fish from the water. Others lived in forests, chasing insects through the trees. They were a huge part of the prehistoric world, sharing the planet with their dinosaur cousins for millions and millions of years. Every time paleontologists, the scientists who study fossils, find a new pterosaur bone, it's like finding a piece of a giant, exciting puzzle about life on ancient Earth. Think about what it would be like to see one. A pterosaur could swoop down from the sky with its wings spread wide, casting a giant shadow on the ground below. Some were as small as a little sparrow, while others were as big as a small airplane. They had all kinds of different shapes and sizes, unique crests on their heads, long, pointy beaks. These creatures weren't just a single type of animal, they were a whole family of different species, each with its own special way of living, hunting, flying. This is our mission, to go on a creature adventure into the past and uncover the secrets of these magnificent flying reptiles. Quiz time! Question: what were the amazing flying creatures that ruled the prehistoric skies? Answer: pterosaurs. One of the biggest secrets about pterosaurs is something that surprises a lot of people. Are you ready for it? Pterosaurs were not dinosaurs. Even though they lived at the same time and their names both end in saur, they belong to a completely different group of animals. Dinosaurs are known for how their legs are positioned straight underneath their bodies. Pterosaurs had a different body plan, with their legs sprawling out to the sides a little more, kind of like a modern lizard or a crocodile. They were close cousins, but definitely not the same. So, if they weren't dinosaurs, what were they? Pterosaurs were a special group of flying reptiles. The word pterosaur actually means winged lizard in Greek. Their wings were not like a bird's wings covered in feathers. Instead, a pterosaur's wing was made of skin, made of muscle, and other tissues. The skin membrane stretched from their body to the tip of a super long fourth finger. Imagine one finger longer than your whole arm. That made their wings. Being reptiles, pterosaurs likely laid eggs, like crocodiles, like turtles, like lizards. Scientists have even found fossilized pterosaur eggs, some with tiny flaplings still inside. Unlike dinosaurs that walked on 2 or 4 legs, pterosaurs were built for the sky. On the ground, they probably walked on all fours using folded wings like front legs. It might have looked a little clumsy on land, but once they launched, they were graceful and powerful. So next time you see a prehistoric picture, you can be the expert. Point to creatures stomping on the ground. Those are dinosaurs. Point to creatures soaring in the sky. Those are pterosaurs, the amazing flying reptiles. Quiz time. Question: were pterosaurs a type of flying dinosaur? Answer: no, they were a separate group of flying reptiles. Pterosaurs had some of the coolest creature powers in the entire prehistoric world, especially when it came to their heads. Many pterosaurs had amazing crests. The Tapejara had a crest that looked like a giant sail on its head, while the Nyctosaurus had a crest that looked like a crazy TV antenna splitting into 2 super long prongs. Scientists think these crests had many jobs. They could have been used to attract mates, like a peacock's tail, with bright colors to show off how strong and healthy they were. Wow, what a fashion statement. Another superpower was their amazing eyesight. Pterosaurs had large eyes, which means they likely had very sharp vision. To hunt from the sky, you need to be able to spot your food from far away. Imagine soaring high above the ocean and being able to spot the flash of a single fish swimming below the surface. They could see their meal, dive down quickly, and snatch it before it even knew what was happening. Here's a fun fact that might fuzz up what you thought you knew. For a long time, people thought reptiles were all scaly and smooth, but recent fossil discoveries have shown that some pterosaurs were covered in a coat of fuzzy fibers called pycnofibers. This wasn't fur like a mammal's, and it wasn't feathers like a bird's. It was something totally unique to pterosaurs. This fuzzy coat probably helped them stay warm, which is a great creature power for a flying animal that spends a lot of time high up where the air can be chilly. As we learned, pterosaur babies were called flaplings. Some scientists think that certain pterosaur species might have been able to fly almost as soon as they hatched from their eggs. Imagine a tiny, newly hatched flapling stretching its wings and taking its very first flight on its very first day of life. This is called precocial development, and it's a superpower that would have helped the little flaplings escape from danger right away. Quiz time. What was the fuzzy stuff that covered some pterosaurs called? The answer is pycnofibers. And so our journey into the world of pterosaurs comes to a close. We've soared through the prehistoric skies and uncovered some incredible secrets about these magnificent flying reptiles. We learned that they weren't dinosaurs, but a special group of their own. We discovered how they used their powerful arms and legs to launch into the air. From the tiny pterodactylus to the gigantic Quetzalcoatlus, we met a family of flyers that ruled the skies for over 150 million years. Keep exploring, keep asking questions, and never stop your creature adventures. Visit a museum, read books, keep exploring.